like to formally apologize for not being able to render the last 2 episodes.
R.I.P.
And taking this long. My laptop is a piece of shit.
We need to go ahead and get you a better one. I might have like an old one laying around. I could just wipe and loan it to you.
Link in the description below for the Venmo.
I mean, what I'm
Y'all
doing
send that money over.
is not necessarily rocket science. So you guys are welcome to edit videos too.
Oh.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Link in the description. Get them subs to pay.
I was getting sentimental looking for things to delete to make room on my laptop. Yeah.
Well, you could just get an external hard drive.
Yeah, I guess so. Theoretically.
It's like, if I was made of money, do I look like my fingers are coins and my shoulders are $1,000 bills to you?
Yeah, that's what he looks like now that I look at it.
Does my anatomy appear to be principally constructed of cash money? Untaxed cash money?
Do I look like I have tattoos of dead presidents?
But it's funny to think that somebody has gotten that tattoo.
Dead presidents?
Yeah, they straight up like got like $100, or they got $300 bills.
Yeah.
3 $100 bills.
Yeah.
And they looked at it like, who is this crazy old white man on here?
Yeah.
He looks wild. I'm gonna go get him as a tattoo.
Why did your Jewish grandmother do this?
You just gotta occasionally spit.
Did Jewish grandmothers spit? They use
Yeah.
spittoons?
Delilah!
I've never heard that
You say
stereotype.
Delilah?
Jerry! Yeah, they spit all the time.
You ever think that when people do that, they're just trying to like make you go away? You're just like having a conversation, they're like,
Yeah.
and you're like, do you want me to leave?
Right? That's what you think
I don't
of me?
understand why you're doing this.
Yeah. No, I've never wondered if people don't like me.
You just assume.
Yeah. I just know deep down.
We like you.
Oh, nice.
I like you. Yeah.
Well,
That's
I'm
why I
your
brought
fan.
you on this
You
tolerable.
all like me. Hey, there we go.
Tolerable guy.
Oh, guys. turn the
Tolerable
camera
guy.
off.
I think that's an improvement,
Turn
right?
the camera off. I'm getting turned on.
Yeah,
Nick has feelings?
What?
I didn't know that you believed anything.
I thought his fingers were coins.
We're making an improvement. Nick likes something, and it's
Yay!
you.
Yes. But the title of the episode: Matt gets a friend.
True friendship. Well, eventually, just make a compilation of like the 3 of us being sappy. Like I think it was the last episode, the one before Andrew's like, did y'all ever notice that we just all 3 have blue eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man.
I think that comedian was right.
Yeah. It sort of works, though. I mean, you and I were like sort of complete opposites.
You and Matt?
No,
No,
you
us
big
two.
boy.
Yeah. Like I
Because
can't,
you both have long hair.
Right.
I can't memorize shit, but I
Yeah.
can feel.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's deep.
I've got feelings.
He's got feelings, folks.
Well, some people have
Never
no
forget
feelings,
that.
You know, I've
That's
sometimes gone years of my life and I felt like I wasn't feeling anything.
Wow.
You know?
But you felt like that.
Exactly. Exactly. You got to really get to the root here. No, that's how therapists be. You'd be like, oh, well, I feel like, and like, well, if you feel that way, then how could you be the other one?
They're like,
Oh, okay.
what are either of us doing here? I gotta get a job.
You ever just take over a therapy session?
No. That sounds fun.
Send them an invoice.
Like, why did you get this job? Did you think it would make up for the trauma in your past? Did you think that by healing me, you could heal the past you that's been left in the gutter?
Did you think this was a game?
How does that make you feel?
Pretty gay.
Did this really happen?
Nah, it's just this is one of those hypothetical scenarios.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Feel disappointed.
Right.
I guess we can't be friends now.
Well, it's never too late for you to start going to therapy. You know?
I thought that's what this was.
Dang it!
Oh, shit, yeah.
Therapist
This
link
is
to
just a straight up yap sesh.
Yeah.
The yap sesh with the boys can be more valuable in therapy, right?
American spirits.
Back on them.
Matching our American spirits.
Probably why I feel better, honestly.
American spirits.
Well, for the bad rap tobacco gets, there's a lot of good shit in here. Okay?
Yeah.
You know?
Said the guy currently smoking a cigarette. These things are actually awesome.
I don't know if you tried these.
I don't know what people's problems are.
Yeah.
This is awesome. This is exactly what I needed right now.
No, but it's funny because like the numbers, you know, like they have health organizations and they have the FDA and they have all these people.
Yeah.
They're the best scientists, the best minds, and the official government statistics are that 60% plus of Americans are going to get cancer at some point in their life. And this is while smoking use is at an all-time low. Though I don't think it is. I think it's at an all-time high. I think just most people are vaping instead of doing the traditional smoking.
Right.
But vaping is just as bad for you. I think it's probably worse because they don't usually give you a new alternative that's just better than the old alternative. I don't know if you pay attention to these things, but if they offer a new way to do something, seldom does it have no downside.
What about Diet Coke over?
Oh, you know, there's tons of bad shit in Diet Coke.
Atrazine?
The most overweight, unhealthy people I've ever seen are always buying Diet Coke.
This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Didn't Trump
But it
say
makes
something
them
like that once?
feel better?
Yeah.
It's addictive. I knew a guy and he was addicted to them. Like he literally would have withdrawals. He would get headaches if he couldn't get his Diet Coke. And beyond just like a caffeine addiction, which will also give you headaches, like whatever else they're putting in there is more addictive than the traditional Coke. So.
Well, I don't know why people complain about Red Bull. They're perfect. No issues with Red Bull.
I like Red Bull too. I think, you know, people say Red Bull's not that good for you. You know, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
They prefer a blue cow. I'm sorry.
All right, so you mentioned something about an Indian earlier off camera.
And Indian.
Oh yeah, I got a
A
call.
Indian.
Actual Indians, AI technology. Yeah, I got a call from a random number. It had a zip code that was not from Texas, but the call ID said Texas. And it wouldn't identify, and some random Indians on there. He's like, hello, who it is, hello? And I'm like, boop, hang up. Then I called back.
Did you boop your phone?
I booped it. I disconnected, because that's just what I do. And then I'm curious. I'm like, why would they be calling? So I call them.
You called them back?
I called them back
Hey,
to hear their answering
India.
machine. Because, if it's a real business, they'll have an answering machine and they'll make you talk to a robot.
Yeah.
But this one, instead, you hear brrr, connects to one line, then you hear it redial, brrr, connect to another line.
Yeah.
So it's a relay call. And then he said, hello? Hello? I said, yeah, who is this?
You're going to get canceled for this accent. Keep going.
Hello?
There's more.
Oh, hello.
I'm going to weigh you down?
I work with Jaguar. And I'm like, why would Jaguar be calling me? He's like, it is for your roof, sir. There has been hail. And I'm like, don't
Not an Indian
call me
accent.
back.
Damn it.
Well, what if it was a white man pretending to be Indian?
Then it would sound like you. You called yourself. He does therapy with himself. He sells himself roofs.
This is like the scene in a
He's a
Nolan movie.
one-man
where,
theater
like,
troupe.
the reality peels back. It just shows me like dilating myself. Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah.
Hello, it is me, an Indian man.
Hello, you.
I'm like, I can't talk. I'm driving on my way to my podcast production right now.
Call my Jewish grandmother. She has problems with smoking.
This guy is theatrically trained.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny, my
Specialized in Indian accents. You need an Indian accent, call this
I
guy.
went to the Eminem School of Accent.
What did the military do to you?
Bapkins, whatever.
No, they had a
Cristallia.
theater program.
Yeah.
I think they do, actually. I think they actually do have a theater program.
Who?
The U.S. military.
Oh, the military? Yeah, probably.
Because they have a marching band, which they spend a lot of money on.
That's gay enough.
On a marching band. They have rock bands. And
The game? Or
no, like an actual
rock band?
just
Okay.
the U.S. Air Force.
I
has its
thought you
own
were
rock
saying
band.
that the military has one copy of Rock Band.
They have at least one copy of Rock Band.
It's up in Dallas. You gotta
Yeah.
fly down.
It's just AC/DC.
Yeah. I don't know all the tracks.
I'm on a
AC/DC.
highway to heck.
heck.
Yeah.
Highway
That song
to
does
heck.
activate my patriotism.
Okay.
For sure.
I feel like that song is surely satanic in nature.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
He's on a
here we
highway.
go.
You know
fam.
what? This is all making sense because full circle back to Hinduism. that song was playing when a Indian guy asked for a ride to Dallas.
Oh, hell no.
And I felt excited enough because of the song to accept the ride.
Oh,
Wow.
Totally got screwed. Yeah.
Never do business with an Indian man.
Dude, they will fucking wear you down.
Son of a bitch.
They
You're-
haggle. They're
Dude,
hagglers by
I'm
nature.
really like, I gotta investigate Hinduism because it's not working.
They're not enlightened at all.
No. Like, I was going the speed limit, and so I guess he saw on his phone that it was going to take 4 hours to get to Dallas. And so he was like, why is it going to take 4 hours to get to Dallas? I was like, well, I'm going to go the speed limit.
Right.
And he's like, well, the cops are not going to pull you over
Well, that's
if you
true.
go faster.
That's, I mean, for stereotypes
actually
aside,
true.
that is
It
true.
is rare that I go under the speed limit.
You could go 100 miles an hour taking up 3 lanes in this state, and
Yeah.
the police would be like, yeah,
I didn't see him.
Well, this was more about not letting this Indian guy walk all over me, I
Wow.
guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, at some point you got to be like, look, I'm operating the car, Yosef.
Yeah.
See, yeah, I don't know what his name was.
It's not even an Indian name.
You'll see Rajesh. Well, guess how much
I'm
maybe you're
operating the
Jewish.
motor vehicle.
guess how much he tipped me. I mean, you know
$69.99.
the answer to this question.
0 dimes.
Do I really need to tell you how much he tipped me?
I feel like I'll
don't
take
know.
a break from pointing out the obvious. I'll let you say it. How much did he tip you?
No, he did not
he
tip
didn't
me.
RIP on the
Yeah.
tips.
Because you didn't break
But-
the law for him.
Rip
so-
tip.
Right. Yeah.
But he probably would not have tipped you anyway.
So I drop him off, right? And I'm in Dallas. I don't even know if I'm going to have a place to stay. Luckily, I stayed at Courtney's house. But anyways, he left his phone charger in my car. And so this is like, I'm on the other side of Dallas. So he's haggling me. He's like, hey, can you return this? I know he's not going to give me money.
No.
So I'm like, all right, that's going to be $40. He's still like haggling me on the price to bring back the phone charger, which is worth like $3.
Right.
So he's like going back and forth, and I would have to pay like $6 in tolls in order to get back to him. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. I felt like it was my duty to reinstate karma, which is a Hindu idea.
Well, right.
So
Yeah.
It was
so
actually
did you brought it back to him?
no,
No. Okay.
It's
yeah.
actually your duty to reinstate the Kama Sutra and fuck this man when you go back to
All right, I'm done with Indians.
Oh, God.
Oh, we're just getting started.
I just wanted to vent a little bit.
So my best friends are Indian. Shout out to y'all.
They're pretty down. They can be pretty down to earth.
Yeah.
They can be pretty chill.
Andrew.
Well, I'm German, so I'm not allowed to shit on Jews. So I gotta,
But he's not a Jew. He's Indian. You just said he's Indian.
yeah. Well, I gotta shit on somebody, I guess.
He shits on his phone.
His phone is a piece of shit.
Be with your friend. I'm working for Jaguar.
Hello, I work for Jaguar.
I got this call the other day. I think I was trying to get recruited to Meta. They called me up. Hey, this is Dale.
Dale from Meta.
I've been coding the poke button.
We're back, baby.
Please take my job. I'm dying. I haven't seen my wife in 12 years. Fuck, Dale. You drive a hard bargain, bro. Bro, I don't even have a wife.
Please see the last episode that's not up yet.
Link to the description below. Doing gangbusters on YouTube.
That's another Nolan twist right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
He lived in VR so long that his
He
reality
became the
is
VR.
the VR. Who are we to say any different?
The real R is V now.
Oh, but speaking of Indians, because you said anything Indian, right?
An Indian. means
Un-Indian.
AI.
So, are y'all familiar with the Whole Foods? They launched a store.
Yeah.
It was AI powered.
Yeah.
And you would put things in your shopping basket. The basket was
Yeah.
scanning as it goes in, right?
Yeah.
Through proprietary AI, they
Yeah.
said. And then you walk out and it charges your account and you don't have to talk to anyone, see anyone.
Yeah.
So there were a ton of problems with it. And eventually they shuttered it. And the truth came out that there was no AI involved at all. There were cameras and there were scanners.
Yeah.
But everything was being fed to a
And
office
Indian.
in India.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it was just an Indian man in there.
Yeah.
He put in 2 oranges,
Yeah.
3 soda, whatever.
This guy, yeah.
And so they were like, "Oh, well, the twist is AI Act doesn't stand for artificial intelligence. It stands for
Indian."
An Indian."
Makes sense.
That's where I got that, to be clear.
I'm glad that we locked in on that.
Yeah.
But I've been saying that forever because I don't know if you noticed this, but anytime there's an acronym, usually at least one word in the acronym is deliberately false. Have you noticed that? So you talk about United States of America. You know, states aren't really united. You know what I mean?
We're not really America.
Right. You talk about the CIA.
Did you watch the Super Bowl last night? I felt
sure
pretty
did.
united.
I thought pretty American.
What
Yeah.
happened? Did they have a
Seeing
country
Taylor
music?
Swift be booed and disappointed.
Fuck yeah,
Dude, that was a
dude.
delight.
She
Yeah.
got booed?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they showed her on like the Jumbotron or whatever, and everyone started booing. And she gave this like weird side eye and like chuckled or something.
Oh, she's a little freak.
Yeah.
But I've been telling people that because okay, you go into a bookstore. I went into a bookstore. I had to take a picture of it. There was a magazine rack. There were dozens of magazines on it. Every single magazine had a picture of Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
Every single one.
that was the Taylor Swift section.
And I'm like, yeah, this is a psyop. There's no way. Like Michael Jackson wouldn't even get this. You know what I mean? Like I understand people like Taylor Swift. They don't like her that much. So then I uploaded it to my Instagram just for fun. And I put it out there. And I have a French musician who I have, you know, sort of like a pen pal relationship with. And you know what he asks? He says, "Who is that?" He didn't know. How does a French musician, how does a musician in the Western world not know who Taylor Swift is? The answer is stunningly simple. The answer is she's not as popular as they make her seem.
Boom.
That's all there is to it. I mean, that's the only possible answer. It's just ridiculous, you know?
Well, I mean, I do think she's most popular over here,
Yeah.
where I don't know, we're idiots or something.
Yeah, well, I mean, she has, I'm not gonna lie, I like some of her old shit. I like that song where she's on the bleachers. She's
Yeah.
on the cheer team. I'm on the blah, da, da. She don't know you like I do.
Let him go.
I'm just thinking I
Sing
gotta
more
go
of that
pee.
song. I don't recognize it.
It's a good song.
She's cheer captain.
Oh, yeah. Waited for this whole time. If you could see the way that I care about you. I don't even know what the words are, but man, it's a bop. It's a bop. I don't give a fuck.
This podcast is brought to you by
Taylor Swift.
Swift.
Our angel investor, Taylor Swift.
Yep. Do you think they're gonna have Taylor Swift branded Swiffer pads?
That's a good idea.
Swifter pads.
I don't see why not.
They'll get the dust even faster. They'll get it swifter.
Oh no, I just realized my new bicycle is a Swifty.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Damn.
It's gonna get stolen.
I gotta
now.
get rid of it.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's gonna get stolen by a Swifty, a male Swifty.
okay. Does that
Out of the
exist?
thieves. What?
Does that exist? I mean,
They're called Swift
Oh,
cards.
I guess that would be nice. Yeah.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
They're called boyfriends. Okay.
They're called
Yeah.
homosexuals.
They're
Yeah, yeah.
usually
exist.
called homosexuals. I want to say it, Nick did.
They'll fuck up your lip.
No, you know who homosexuals really? Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
I was at
She's
a homosexual
homosexual?
dinner party. Well, yeah. She switched
Okay.
gears because she was dating Liam Hemsworth.
Okay.
I think, and she switched gears, and
She
she's
wrecked his balls. That's what it was about, right?
I assume so.
I came in and I wrecked your balls.
That's Katy Perry.
No, that's-
No, that is Miley
Oh, okay.
Cyrus, you piece of shit.
Oh, okay. Just goes to show you.
bro, Katy Perry went off the deep end.
Yeah.
She shaved her head. She did a song. It was a terrible song. I think it was with, gosh, what was that rapper? It's like Migos.
Okay.
It's like 3 men, and they're called Migos.
Is it the Three Migos?
No, just Migos.
Okay.
And
Migos there,
she
Migos
did a
here.
song with them,
Sorry.
and it was just the worst. I like pop music, but this was a terrible song.
Well, she was MK'd, but
Oh
anyways,
yeah,
Wow.
certainly.
not important.
Well, didn't her eyes fall out of her head on stage or something? I remember seeing footage of that.
There's
Just
been
like
some
her
strange
eyes
thing.
are-
Her eyes bug sometimes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she gets a little locked up.
Yeah, it's like a
sometimes.
little kind of robotic.
They've documented multiple celebrities doing this.
Yeah,
where all of a sudden
there's a
they're just like,
documentary of them.
and
Yeah.
it's like inexplicable, and like the music they'll like start looping the music to make it seem like they did it on purpose, but they totally didn't.
They're being controlled by an Indian.
Probably. Like, what
Damn
is
you,
this?
Rajesh!
What is this? Why is this happening?
It's gotten better, but it's different. It's fucking accent.
Have you seen that meme? where- So it's like an Indian running a scam on an old person, but the old person
An Indian is
actually-
running a scam?
an Indian running a
An
phone
Indian
scam.
talking to an old person?
But the old person is actually a young person, and they're doing a reverse scam.
Oh, what?
Which is like
You
a whole
can't
sport.
Change your age on the phone?
They're totally fooling this guy, and like part of it, so they'll send you like a gift card, but then you're supposed to send the gift card to someone else. I don't know if it's fake, but it was fucking hilarious. And then the guy just redeems the gift card and takes like $1,000 out of it. And he's like, "Why did you do that? Why did you do that? You don't have to redeem it." He's like, "I'm sorry, bro. You got God. Why did you do that?"
You thought I was old, but I'm actually young.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll sue you for being young.
I'm gonna send that video.
Ever young.
Forever young,
Okay.
I wanna be
This is where this is gonna go.
forever young.
So I had to get him off Taylor Swift.
Do you really wanna live?
Our
forever?
song is a slamming screen door, swinging out back. It's so good.
I gotta pee so bad, dude.
Go pee.
Donald Swift.
Turn it off for a few minutes and go urinate.
No,
No,
leave
no,
it
no,
on.
you
We're
guys
going to talk crap about
riff,
Andrew,
man.
and he can watch it in the edit. You guys said, what?
Sorry, dude. I gotta pee so bad.
And not in front of the camera.
You guys go for it.
All right.
He's gotta pee.
He's gotta
so
pee.
I really gotta pee.
I have a bladder.
I'm gonna go do a urinary event. Number 1.
He's looking up Indian accents. I know he is. He's going to sit back down and be like, oh, this is Jaguar.
He either said Jaguar or said Jack White. I don't know.
This is Jack White.
This is Jack
You
White.
got stamped by Jack White.
At my Nashville studio.
Yeah. You took a white orchid and turned it blue.
And do you like? How do you feel about Jack White?
I like Jack Black better. I'm sorry. It's weird. I don't know. I think he's overrated, but I do listen to some of his songs.
Yeah.
You know, every time he comes out with an album, everyone's like, by God, I've never heard better music, you know?
Right? They love it.
Yeah, like this is the music God wanted us to hear. But, you know, I don't feel that way, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not for everybody. Obviously.
Yeah.
You know, the best song. I mean, it's not going to appeal to everybody.
Right.
There's some people out there. You know, Thriller comes on and they're like, "What is this trash?
Yeah, right.
Get this out of my ears."
Garbage, turn it off.
It'd be Billie Jean, be dun 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 dun. Oh, skip that.
Trash. Yeah, that's true. Some people don't like Taylor Swift. Can you fucking believe that shit?
Well, I mean, her new material is pretty weak.
Yeah.
I mean, and I say this at
What's her newest album?
like
It's been a few years, isn't it?
I mean, she puts stuff out, and I don't think anybody knows or cares.
Yeah.
Maybe a hardcore fan group.
Mm.
But it's the same with Katy Perry. I mean, she fell out after they MK Ultra'd her or whatever. It was probably just drugs.
Mm.
You know, and that's the traditional answer. But I have no idea.
Some of it seems like a stress response. I've heard stress can kind of mess with your face sometimes. Stress has messed with my face for years.
Well, you're not doing the stem cell injections in your face. You're not getting the baby's blood.
No,
shot up in
I'm
there.
on the wait list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen that movie, The Substance?
No, but I've seen the trailer for it. I want to watch it.
It's a pretty good movie.
Kind of looks like Katy Perry, and it's Demi Moore and someone else. But
Yeah,
kind of looks
a
like
younger
Katy
woman.
Perry. Yeah.
Yeah, she does look a little bit like Katy Perry. I don't know.
How's your Indian accent now?
We
Very
know you're
good.
just in there.
There he is. I told you he was going to come back and do it.
Whatever, good.
It is better now.
My favorite thing about the Indian community is their complete lack of regard for just like their awareness and where they are. Like
Their lack of regard for regard.
Or just how to respect other people and not
they'll
think
be
about
4
money.
deep, 5 deep, minimum 4 deep, usually 5 or 6, and it'll be like 2 that are old as hell, but they're still walking. Like if they were Americans, they would have been in a wheelchair a long time ago, but they're still walking. So you got to give them that. And then they got like their daughter, and then they got like their daughter's suitor, and then they got like a couple other
Suitor?
randoms floating around, and they're 6 deep in the supermarket, and they are walking on the right side of the aisle, not the left, the right. And you know, some of them may be side to side, so really they're taking up the whole thing.
I came here to hear the term 6 Indians deep in a supermarket. That's what
Hey, we got our title, baby.
deep in a supermarket. Bro, I was 6 Indians deep in a supermarket.
I think we name every episode after something Matt said. Basically.
Yeah, well, you got a gift.
He's got the
So.
zings.
I title them during the episode. I'm like, here's what we're going to do. Then you get out of here like, well, I didn't really think about it, but I guess that's what we have.
Oh, I just wanted to mention that I tried your technique of cupping the balls to like keep the piss from getting on my pants.
Son of a
It
bitch.
seemed to work.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah.
You had two-handed.
There's like a cinch in there, you know.
35 years old, and I just figured out how to take a piss. Thank you, Nick.
You can learn something new every day. You really can.
Now the internet knows you're 35. Put this old man down.
Yeah.
I feel like the average age of America is still going up, right? I mean, there's not as many people being born. Like the big boom was in like the 50s and 60s, and since then it's been like nominal replacement. So
Yeah.
the average age of like a real American born in America is probably like at least 33, if I had to guess, if not higher.
When the boomers start to go, though, won't it drop?
It will.
Yeah.
It will. But right now,
Right now, we're doing great.
Yeah, the thing is-
youngins.
but these boomers are just living longer and longer because you got to think there's some boomers that are like 70, and there's some people alive right now who are like 98, 99, passing 100. Like,
If only we had a vaccine and we could just kill them off
right.
to
If only there
transfer
was a
the wealth.
convenient way
Yeah.
that they could all die at once
You
when
know
their
what we should
wills
do?
aren't in order.
They love
Go back to
cable,
talking about your
right?
pee habits.
They love cable news. Let's just put all those advertisements for the vaccine on cable news.
Are we blaming Pfizer for the Chiefs' loss last night? Travis Kelce?
We can.
I'd like to.
We could blame Taylor Swift. Aren't they still together?
I don't know
Kelce
what
and
happened
Swift?
in the last 24 hours, but maybe.
don't know.
Who knows?
Wait, they broke up? What?
No, it's just, the joke was that, like, if they lost, she would break up with him because, like, he's a loser or something.
Oh,
Her reputation precedes her.
yeah. Well, I don't think either of them like each other. They've had some videos that came out of her just glaring at him like he was a piece of trash.
It's definitely a marketing
Oh, yeah.
strategy.
100%.
Yeah.
It's prearranged. Well, her whole library, I mean, because she was always, my personal belief, she was always a deep state asset. Not always, because her dad, right? She lived in Brentwood, not far from where I lived, actually.
Oh, okay.
Growing up, and we
Okay.
are actually similar age.
This
Which
was
is kinda sad.
Where again? What state?
Tennessee.
Tennessee. That's right. Yeah.
So I lived in Arrington. She lived in Brentwood.
Okay.
So cool. Never saw her. Brentwood is the rich area.
You never ran into her?
I never ran.
Damn it!
So
She
is she
wasn't
really
there.
even real? And she was shopping around her tapes, and she wasn't getting a bite. She wasn't getting a record deal. So her daddy went ahead and bought a record label for her. That's actually how she got her first go. Now I'm not holding that against her because she recouped. I mean, many times over.
Hell of an investment.
So you have to understand that this is like unprecedented. You know that she recouped. But at some point, she certainly was bought out by some sort of organization. But Scooter Braun literally bought her whole library. And then she re-recorded several of the tapes, and then as a result of that, the record industry has actually shifted gears, and now they specifically put clauses in contracts like, hey, you know, if we buy you out, don't be remaking this. So that's what she'll really be remembered for is ruining the music industry even more.
You know what I just realized? We all have blue eyes.
And Taylor Swift.
Matt knew I was zoned the fuck out. I'm sorry, man. It's like Taylor Swift is that trigger word for me to just like, yeah. It's like, how can we incorporate U.S. aid into this conversation?
It's U.S. aid?
Yeah.
I've literally been calling it you said.
I don't
Talking
know.
about what you said.
You said, what did I say?
Yeah.
We
Imagine that you finally make it to Soros' office. You got the weapon trained on him. And you're like, this
Wait,
is it,
what are we
Soros.
planning?
This
What
is it. And he just
operation are
turns
we
around and he
planning?
says, Taylor, Swim. Fuck! And the command word just defeats you. Like
He goes, all three of you have blue eyes.
Yeah.
What if you went to George Soros's crib and he was just like a really cool dude?
Right? Yeah. Joke's gonna be on us and our
Yeah,
blue
like,
fucking eyes.
I feel
Yeah.
stupid.
yeah. I'm not
The
gonna shoot you
nicest
now.
guy I ever met. That was such a nice guy.
Yeah.
Give me cookies.
Cookies and tea and we went for a drive through the Alps.
Yeah, you took out what you said. I'm sorry. Son of a bitch.
Nothing on USA, huh?
No,
No
hey,
thoughts?
it sounds like what they're doing is good. Getting that crap out of there.
Right.
You know.
What do they do?
Are
What
you
does he
still
say?
mad at Elon Musk?
Yeah, because you
After-
shouldn't be now, man.
Yeah.
We were talking about this.
About what?
We're gonna gang up against you.
We are. This is
Yeah.
a coup.
We sort of like
Grab one leg.
yeah.
Take your $1,000 shoulder.
Cover the camera. Cover the camera.
That light's been green this whole time. Fucking idiot.
Well,
How-
what happened with Elon Musk?
Well, how can you not appreciate Elon Musk at this point?
Right.
This week, with the USA thing. So do you know what
I'm aware
happened?
that
He's
he
like,
is,
I'll find a way. Hold on.
He's established an entity called the DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency.
DOGE, yes,
that's
correct.
what he's ahead of,
Yeah.
and he's butt fucking the U.S. aid.
Yep.
You know, it's one of those things where obviously that entity is so bloated it needs to be fixed.
Sure.
But are you fully certain that
Yes,
he's actually
and?
going to fix something? That's my only
Oh.
thing. But I have had a revelation about
Pretty
him that
early, man. We're less than a month into,
He
having
stands
it.
a very good chance of being the president within the next 10 or 12 years.
He can't be president.
Why?
He was born in South Africa.
So was Obama.
What?
No, he wasn't.
I don't think anyone said he was born in South Africa.
Not South Africa.
Or Hawaii.
He
Yeah.
had an
Yeah.
African birth certificate,
Mm.
and they later were like, oh, well, we made it. Look, because for a while there was nothing, and then eventually they're like, oh, look, here's a U.S. birth certificate.
Mm.
It's like, oh, yeah, that's totally real, and there's nothing fake about it, but let's be real. Like, he should not have been president, just based on, like, I'm not saying he was a bad president. I'm not even saying I agree with the policy. I'm saying that the policy would have kept him from being president, but he just, forged those documents. So
Well,
if
anyway,
he can do it, why can't
it's
Elon
very
Musk do it?
public right now that Elon is not from America, so that would be a whole thing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't think he wants to be president.
I don't want him to be president, to be honest.
He will certainly run for president at the rate that he's going.
Yeah.
There's no way he won't.
I literally think the best thing that he could do in the government is do what he's doing right now, which
Yeah.
is awesome.
Yeah, as of this morning, I was reading that they're going after the Federal Reserve next.
Yeah. And the IRS too, I think.
Let's go, baby.
Talking about some sort of like flat tax rate or something.
I don't know.
So,
Yeah.
which I don't know. A bunch of accountants going to be out of jobs. Who knows?
Fuck
I
him.
don't think so. I think they'll be fine.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to get rid of the Federal Reserve either. I might just be being negative. I feel like they're just going to change a few things. 'Cause there's no way they're going to get rid of it entirely. I mean, that would affect every mortgage, every car loan, every pay stub in the entire country, really around the whole world. I mean, you're literally talking about changing the world. But I mean, hey, if they do it, I will eat crow. I'll be like, man, they got rid of the Federal Reserve. They brought back a gold standard.
We'll flip you over on this podcast.
Now I
Get
used
outta
to be
here.
poor with a bunch of debt. Now I'm just poor with no gold.
Now you're just poor with these fucking guys.
Yeah,
what?
But no, I mean, I acknowledge that he's definitely accomplished some things, but I think that you just can't get around that. He just feels so greasy, doesn't he?
You ever touch them?
Never have touched.
Hang on, Elon. Come over here.
Come over here, buddy.
You don't have blue eyes. Fuck you.
But it is funny just to see how quick the social media machine can spin around. And he's had a huge resurgence because X was getting blocked. Basically, a bunch of advertisers were withdrawing their ad money from X. Were y'all familiar with this?
Yeah.
He bought it. He changed it to X. They pulled out a bunch of money. He basically was like, I'm going to skull fuck you if you don't
Yep.
bring that money back. And,
Publicly.
now he's the first bud. He's the advisor to the president.
First bud. Oh, I don't know.
And that's what he calls himself. He calls himself the first bud. And now
Yeah,
he's,
he has to go.
he's the man
Fuck
who
this
sold
shit.
the world now, and they all have to come crawling back to him. And it would be such a satisfying story if he weren't like totally sleazy, but he's just a little too sleazy. But
Got a little bit of grease on there.
I mean,
This didn't work.
Yeah, we tried, man. But are we surprised?
We're just too nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is Nick's show.
Yeah.
So
this is
We
our
gotta
show.
let him-
I'm just,
It's a
I'm just
Nick
gonna let him
sandwich.
have it. This is just my opinion.
Look, it's a Nick sandwich. He's just on Matt and Andrew.
It's a reverse sandwich.
The bread's in the middle.
So I mean, I would be curious. Like, could you tell me what he's actually gonna do? Like, what is he actually gonna do to? The
I
US
feel like this in
AIG?
itself is a win, you know?
Yeah.
Just that he's giving them trouble.
Let's just-
Giving them sunlight
Let's
and
just
getting
soak
shit
in
out of
this.
there. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Bask in the
Listen,
glory.
Take the jacket off. Reveals a Tesla shirt.
Yeah.
Elon Musk, number
Yeah.
one fan.
It's gonna be
Tattoo.
a serial
Yeah.
number on the back.
Yeah, it's a product. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so we're now Elon's number one fans. We converted, so there's a ceremony.
All right.
It's on X.
Cool.
So
I mean, I have to hope that the administration, because like a lot of the news I hear, I'm like, man, there's so much room for this to go like catastrophically wrong. But
sure.
you just have to hope that they're, gonna do what they say they're gonna do, which, they only say they're gonna do good stuff, right? They say we're gonna put tariffs and we're gonna bring jobs back to the United States and we're gonna re-leverage the economy and we're gonna make it so that Americans are by default the richest people in the world again. It's like, well, who wouldn't want to hear that?
Yeah.
Because it's like the greatest thing in the world when you get to travel with impunity and you're just like way wealthier than the average person there. You can really kick back and relax and take advantage of people.
What we love to do on a Saturday.
Basically, yeah. So
I'm just kicking back, relaxing, and taking advantage of people.
And with
Sounds
those-
like you're an Indian.
Yeah. Son of a bitch.
But so before I uninstalled my social media, I was getting flooded with like anti-Indian. Because I've often
Now it means anti-Indian.
anti-Indian. They like had this video and it's like all these Indian people and they're like jumping in like basically a cesspool under a bridge and it's just like filled with trash. And they're like, look at these animals. And the people in the comments were like, this is even worse than you think. They're not going to bathe after this. They're just going to go home and lie down in their little shacks.
Well, it's the only
They're gonna
free
stink
place
of
to
trash.
swim. Yeah.
Right.
Barton
Well,
Springs.
I thought about that. It's like
They love
so
free stuff.
I love Barton
Humans
Springs.
evolve, or humans are accustomed to seeing a body of water and just jumping in it, Then you pollute all the water with trash and uranium and shit like that. And it's like, you're just going to expect them to know, like, don't go swimming?
And it goes in Uranus.
A dog would jump in there.
Yeah. That's a good point. I would like to pivot and change the subject to something funny that something Alex Jones said that was really funny. I was watching him and he was like, listen,
Nice. Yep.
I will suck 1,000 dicks.
And that was
If
it.
you guys,
Just goes off.
this was like yesterday's feed.
So
But
we
he
have
was
that
like,
to look forward to.
I was like,
Check it out on OnlyFans.
I will suck 1,000 dicks if you guys just share these videos.
What were the videos?
But just him talking about
Sucking
how
dick?
awesome
It's him
Elon Musk
sucking
is.
dick.
No,
Yeah.
of course. He's
Oh,
he's
oh.
an Elon Musk fan.
He is he?
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
He must.
Alex is like
Elon
team-
Musk runs
No
the red
kidding.
team now.
Yeah.
Elon
No
Musk is
kidding.
the quarterback of the red team.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't disagree with him anymore.
I just am so curious how he spends the time that you don't see him. Because sounds like he has 3.5 million things going on and he does them with ease. It's like, I want some footage of him, away from people. What's he actually doing?
Oh, dude! Like
You
last
know?
night, he dropped this video. He was on 360 over by the HEB, and like he was saying some wild shit. Like it's a Roadrunner out here. Everyone's getting in wrecks. He goes up to this
Elon?
girl. Oh, my bad. I thought you were talking about Alex Jones.
No, Elon. I want to know what
Yeah,
Elon's doing when no one's like, when he's not in public. Because it sounds like he does 3.5 million things, including becoming like a master video gamer. And I'm just like, what is he act like? Everyone on the internet's like, oh yeah, I was talking to Elon the other day. So they're all in conversation with him at all times.
He was caught. I will say this.
Yeah.
He was caught
jerking it
boosting-
at the office.
That too, but he was caught boosting his video game
right.
accounts,
Yeah.
where basically like he paid someone and paid the company, and they leveled and farmed his characters.
Yeah.
And he maybe has like co-players helping him in some of these matches. So it is could be not true,
Right. Yes.
But some people have
Right.
implied that yes, he has ghost gamers helping him,
Yeah.
and a lot of people have said that
Imagine being a ghost gamer.
somebody has that job. Somebody is a ghost gamer, but a lot of people have alleged that he wasn't really. He's not as involved as you might think for a CEO.
Right.
He's more.
I
of
can
a-
totally believe that.
His skill is delegation. Like
Yeah.
he will tell you what to do, and he'll
Yeah.
follow up and make sure you do it. Which, I mean, that's a leader skill. You
Mhm.
know, and the majority of people in our bracket just don't have it.
Yeah.
I'm not that good at delegation. I
Yeah.
can't really afford to pay people like that. But
Yeah.
that's what he does.
Yeah.
So. Still a job for sure that will keep you busy, but I mean, it's not like he's going to personally go in there and do a blueprint on a Tesla and then jump over here and work on the boring company and then go work on a flamethrower and then head over to the DOGE. Like he's not going to.
Actually, I do have a caveat to this. I picked up a dude that was working at the Tesla factory, and he did have conversations with Elon Musk at one point, and he expressed that basically if it came down to funding a certain specific project, you know what I mean, in the manufacturing building, Elon would just go, sure. So basically, that it seems to be that's sort of the main thing that Elon Musk is doing.
saying yes.
Just like
Saying
approving-
yes to giving,
Just
giving money.
approving funding, yeah.
Okay.
It's a job.
Then maybe I need to run into him and ask for some money. You know, want to be a ghost gamer? We're gonna do it.
But yeah, I mean, it's the same thing as the president. I mean, how do you think the president could possibly, like, you follow their schedule? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, they're not
flying
sitting down
over
doing
here for
anything.
conference, flying over here, taking a trip down here, meeting some people at a Subway. Especially Trump. Trump is pretty active. Like, he goes out into the community a lot. He sees people a lot. It's like, yeah, this is time consuming. Each time he does that, it's got to be at least 3-4 hours out of his day. When you factor in meeting, getting dressed, security detail, transportation, going to the place.
He was working at McDonald's while running for president too, which was extra.
Yeah.
You know? How did he hold down a job at
48-hour
McDonald's?
shift at McDonald's, didn't he? Yeah.
Modafinil,
I mean, regardless of what drug he's on, it's impressive.
It's working.
Yeah, it's doing the job. So.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Biden, I mean, on one hand, his team just was like, they were very selective about what they allowed to like be showed to the public.
Sure.
Which is probably because he was just embarrassing himself left and right. But I did not see nearly as much exposure of him like out actually talking to people
Yeah.
and doing things.
Hey, you know what I said when he left office? I said,
by
Biden.
oh,
He said, don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out.
Don't let the door of the White House hit you. In particular.
Wouldn't it be funny if, like, okay, so Trump's coming back in, he gets re-inaugurated, and you know they always shake hands with the former president, and then the former president always leaves, gets on a helicopter, and then they fly away. Wouldn't it be funny if he just like shook his hand, and then he's like, "Get out of here, you piece of shit." He just like gave him a little smack on the bum, and then he like sat back down in the Oval Office. I'm like, "Yep." Bring me my hemorrhoid pillows.
Again, he is now a Jewish grandmother.
He is Jewish, isn't he?
Some of his kid, his daughter married Jared Kushner, who's
Yeah,
Jewish.
his daughter converted to Judaism.
Judaism. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. And he's deep in the circuit with the wealthy New Yorkers, many of whom are Jews.
Da Jews.
So, I mean, the dude's basically an honorary Jew. I don't know.
he does clean. I mean, he does clean money. So
But it's like a what?
with war in the Ukraine,
I'm cleaning the money.
No, that was
Sir, what are you
another
doing?
joke when,
I'm cleaning it.
yeah.
They caught Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton got a bunch of Secret Service members dead, right? A bunch of U.S. operatives dead
R.I.P.
because she bungled a bunch of shit. She let a bunch of information slip.
R.I.P.
Then they were investigating her, and they were like, "Oh, we went to the computers you gave us to try to find the emails, and they were gone.
Now I'm dead.
Did you wipe the hard drives?" And she's like, "What? With the cloth?"
That's a good.
Like, did I wipe them down with a cloth before I had it? I don't.
What's
think
funny
I
is
did.
she's an actual Jewish grandmother.
That impersonation's too accurate. I got fucking activated. I was scared there for a minute.
Suddenly his memory is, with like a glove.
And it is funny, and it's funny because people fume. They're like, "Oh, she knows exactly what they mean. She knows what they mean. She wiped those drives," and she's like,
Did I?
"Did I do that?"
She's like, "You gotta lock me up."
But she is one of the scariest villains in U.S. lore.
Yeah, man. I haven't thought about her in like 6 years. Thanks a lot, Nick.
It's been
Yeah.
nice, you know.
She's a terrifying person, and she will 100% have you killed.
You just reactivated like a whole bunch of trauma. Fuck.
I need you to
happens-
Pokemon Go to the polls.
Oh, is that what she said?
She said that when Pokemon Go is big.
That's stupid.
You're like, I hear that all the kids now are playing Pokemon Go. I wish they would Pokemon Go to the polls.
She did say that.
Okay.
And she like stopped and it
I'm
was
sorry.
like Baltimore. She like had a conference in Baltimore, and she's like, I just love being back in Baltimore. And don't worry, I remembered my hot sauce. She like whips some hot sauce out of her purse.
I want to hear
I'm
what.
just like you. I was gonna say, I'm sorry. You said Pokemon, and Dale in my head went, "What am I?" Pokemon.
I like how this poke guy has a name.
Fucking Dale. Seriously, how many people do you think code the poking? Okay, code the poking is my new coding academy I'm releasing. Code the poking.
It is so cold.
Code the poker. Poke the coder. Sorry.
You think he just like
I
comes
have
into the
been-
office party and like everyone's like trying to have 2 beers and like keep it at that, and he like comes in wasted, he's like, Dale's here. Who wants to poke Dale?
Fuck you.
They're like, please, Dale, no,
Fuck
no,
you.
please. Please let us call you a cab, Dale. Get out of my way, soy boy.
Fuck your Christmas card.
We're gonna call you a robo taxi, Dale. Okay.
We're gonna get you a Waymo.
Yeah.
We're gonna get you the safest Waymo we can.
You're gonna be way more sad when you realize it's not going anywhere. Oh, I'm back. Okay, everything's good. It's gonna be way more sad. Way more depressed.
I gotta pee.
It's gonna be way more depressed when it pulls up to an empty pier.
Pour it out for Dale, y'all.
There's a yabba dabba doo. Mark Zuckerberg's like, hey Dale, been working hard. Out of my way.
It was just Tom from my
Oh, he's achieved mythic status.
gonna be way more depressed. I'm sorry. That's a goal.
That's a good note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just think that by like 2050, every TV show and movie is going to be about like the golden age of IT and like all the zany characters that were
Yeah.
working in these offices.
They're called fucking
An Indian.
weird ass intro an Indian, yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. I'm gonna miss those guys when robots do their jobs.
That's a
Well,
good note.
Do you think we're there?
Maybe.
I could keep going.
Right?
Let her rip, man.
You want to just keep rolling it for a
Yeah,
while?
yeah,
what
man.
time are we at?
48.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
we
think
can
we
roll
were
it
there
for a
yet.
little while
Let me
longer.
pee.
Alright. Again?
Yeah.
Okay, remember what we talked about.
This boy's got something going on with his bladder.
he
cup the
needs
balls.
2 hands.
It's working so far.
Oh boy. Oh.
It's a tragedy.
Oh yeah. R.I.P.
R.I.P. to Dale.
R.I.P.
Dale, R.I.P.
R.I. urine. Oh boy. This will never air.
I mean, at the rate we're going, it might not.
Right.
We're going to have to start publishing these at
Right.
some point.
Are we editing these?
Well, that's it. There's not a lot of editing.
Right.
It's like an intro splash, and then it just runs through. And,
Yeah, good, good.
Andrew's going to be watching this. He's like, fuck you.
All right. We're going to go around and say our number one problem with Andrew. I'll go first.
Go ahead. Drop it on.
Too many pee breaks.
A lot of pee breaks.
So much pee break. Oh boy.
Yeah, I think we got to buy him a Mac Mini or something.
Right? Yeah, we should actually. I wonder if my laptop could upload these.
What kind of graphics card you got now?
I don't know. It's a MacBook Air. Yeah.
They could probably do it. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we'll figure that out.
I mean, it's just got to run a 50-minute long 1080p video, essentially.
Okay. Probably do that. Yeehaw. Well, let's see.
You had any interesting passengers lately?
I don't even know if I've done any rideshare since last week.
No.
Oh, I think I did. I actually did have a night. The Justin Timberlake concert was going on, and that was actually pretty solid. Picked up, some other comedians actually. Which was
Oh, nice.
Kind of nice. Yeah.
You got to rub shoulders with the community.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay.
Outfit change. Is that the January 6th?
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh boy.
So I have a confession to make.
Go on.
Your method did not work. I got some piss on my pants.
Fucking A.
Well, pissing your pants
Yeah.
wasn't one of the steps I listed.
Well, this is what I was trying to avoid, and trying to lift that camera angle up, get our pants out of the shot.
Now
Oh,
you look way mo insurrectionist.
Yeah. So
Is that necessary? Is it warmer though?
so I think I was in Washington D.C. in January. I forgot what day it was. Maybe it was the 6th.
You just happened to be going to the White House on that day. And
Yeah.
I know you weren't that guy. He had no pee in his pants.
That guy was all balls.
Also, that guy was fucking ripped, wasn't
Guy
he?
had a lot of piss in his balls.
You're fucking piss city over.
What happened to the
I'm getting ripped.
Way more ripped than that. With your blue eyes.
Yeah. My beautiful blues. Behind these blues, though,
Now, that guy was called the Techno Viking, wasn't he? Or is that a different character?
I don't know, but that's a really badass name.
There is a guy called the Techno Viking, and he walks around like a Viking, and he blasts techno music, and he dances, and he's buff. But I don't know if it's the same guy.
The QAnon shaman.
The QAnon.
Yeah.
QAnon. Okay, I don't know.
It's crazy that are people still listening to Q? Are they still listening
Yeah,
to
I
the
think
voices in their head?
they're going back, and that's like the now that Trump and Elon is doing badass shit. Basically, the QAnon people have been reactivated. Oh, and this is another thing I wanted to touch on. All right, so remember there was like protests here in Austin, like the Blue Anon people,
Oh, yeah.
the liberals that are terrified of Project 2025. So I didn't see anybody. So it sort of just seems like a lie. So they really just want to. I don't think.
Well, I got a friend that works over there that was saying that there was like a bunch of protesters. It was harder to get through.
Okay, so
So it must have
maybe
been something going
it did
Just-
happen.
But you're
Okay.
right though, because actually
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything either. I haven't really been in that area, and when I've been at like the Capitol, it's been like later at night, driving and stuff. So yeah, I also haven't seen anything, but it sounds like it. I don't know. It's busy over there.
And then the Proud Boys are back for some reason, but we don't even know if those guys are controlled opposition.
They certainly are.
Yeah.
They certainly all are. Because they could be arrested so easy. Any of them could. Like, that's the thing with the protesters, because you're not allowed to just like flood the Capitol building indefinitely. Like, you can be there for a little while and then you got to like take a break. So maybe
Yeah,
they
you can't just go into the Capitol building.
Well, you can. I was with my buddy or whatever, and he had a joint in his pocket, and it was like the first time
yeah,
he's visited Austin.
and you had face paint on too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like we walked in, and I was like, "Yeah, you want to go see the Capitol?" And he was like, he didn't really answer, and so
Yeah.
I just like walked through the metal detector as I was asking him if he wanted to go inside.
Oh, sure.
But he had like a shit ton of weed in his pocket.
Oh.
But
The
yeah,
metal
he took-
detectors will pick that up. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, he just like walked right through.
Ted Cruz walked by.
Yeah.
I'm going to Cancun.
like, what a nice pair of young men y'all look to be.
I'm going to Cancun.
You know those like little platform shoes he was wearing while he was like trying to be president?
I know of them.
Yeah, I saw a lesbian wearing them, and I thought it was hilarious.
No, that was Ted Cruz.
It was a Latina,
That's
a
him.
Latina lesbian.
That was Ted Cruz.
Okay.
That man goes all out in his off
The
time.
camera must drop 20 pounds in his case.
Oh, then that wasn't him. I've seen him fake everything else, but that is his size. Oh boy.
But I feel like in the midst of everything else, the obesity epidemic is just getting worse and worse. Have y'all locked in on this?
I mean, I'm getting fatter for sure, so it must be.
No.
R.I.P. My waistline.
I mean, what's your diet looking like these days, big boy? I mean, what you chomping on?
McDonald's all day, every day. I have no idea what's going on.
JFK says protein.
JFK?
Or RFK.
He said, what?
That
JFK's still around?
One of the FKs.
Mind blown.
Oh, too soon.
That's so crazy.
My
The
head
CIA
hurts.
is like, don't you talk about that man.
Yeah.
Don't you talk about that. What those terrorists
He
did.
does that to me all the time. He doesn't do that to you? That's what he does to me every fucking show. I have to
know,
deal
dude.
with old baby blue eyes.
Could
over here
you
coming at
imagine
me.
if he was your drill sergeant in boot camp?
Oh my god.
If you just let this man rip?
Sorry,
rip?
guys.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Piss your pants.
They did it again.
Did you cup your balls?
2 hands, sir.
Did you cup them?
Yeah.
Did you cup 'em?
Just squeeze them?
Also, that's impossible. If you're using both hands, you need 3 hands to do this operation. You can't use. Are you cupping the balls with 2 hands?
You reach under the balls.
You're right.
You
I
cup
do
from
need
the
3
back
hands.
of the balls.
Do it
Okay.
to cover
Are you
my
just
whole...
letting your dick just sort of
Just call Matt in there next
gravity
time.
do its
Call
thing?
me in there.
There's just a bell on the wall. You're like, what the?
The Matt bell. You go to knock it on there.
Hey man, I need a hand.
No, but on a positive note, talking about Trump's new cabinet, RFK,
What
he's
could we do with
going
4
to-
hands?
He's going to get rid of seed oils and Red 40. He's going to ban Red 40 and
He's banning a color.
Yeah, he is.
We're gonna have no more maroon. If I see maroon, so help me God.
Well, because other countries is already banned.
Okay.
The USA is kind of a unicorn because like our candies, they have to be modified to be sold in like Japan or Europe. Because they won't just let their citizens eat straight poison over there.
Oh.
And like the colorant and like Skittles is banned because they straight up have heavy metals in it.
Oh, I thought it was gonna say.
Speaking of, check out my album Yellow 6 on SoundCloud.
Check it out while it's still relevant because RFK is about to smash it.
Yep.
Music's gonna be illegal.
And he's like, we're getting rid of all colorants. Tell you what, strike this album too. Just get rid of this album.
We're getting rid of yellow 4, 5, and 7 as well. The whole neighborhood of yellow is gonna be good. But orange is gonna be fine. Orange is the new black.
I love yellow.
I forgot that show even existed.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
We're gonna make Netflix great
I'm
again.
not happy to think about it.
Well, that's where it all started, right? When all the lesbian girls got activated.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Orange is the New Black.
Yeah.
That's what did it.
Yeah. That and Harambe.
Harambe? You think?
Yeah. Harambe and Orange is the New Black.
I can see it, yeah.
Made our
these
lives
always
terrible
happen
for
by
10 years.
Rick rolling. Even before those. Oh.
Did Piper Kermit know what she was doing?
Hey, link in the description
made
below
that
to
happen?
get a breakdown of
Donna from that
Orange
70s
is the New
show.
Black, and it won't be a link. To
Well,
the
that's
Rick
how they
rolling.
got people to watch it because Donna from that 70s show dropped tit, and you had to check.
Wait,
that
she
out.
dropped it? I missed that episode.
Yeah, she was naked
Damn.
on that show. Yeah,
You say dropped tit?
she dropped tit. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
That's a thing.
She has some big tits too.
Should pick them back up. I'll pick them. Okay.
I'm gonna have to watch the show.
I got these hands.
She needs 2 hands with that. Yeah,
That actually, I believe.
3.
You need 2 for those. Doesn't matter how big or small they are. 1 will not do.
You got to get in there, right?
You need the 2.
You ever just got to like, and that's it.
No, that would be against policy.
Right, you can't do that.
I'm a professional genital holder.
That's not genitals, though.
Don't boobs count as genitals?
No, they don't.
Damn it.
No, they don't.
This is a very serious podcast.
I need to
I'm
go-
doing my best.
Genitals
Yeah.
and the genital.
MK Ultra. Ah!
I need to go do some.
Nah, let's talk
research.
about tits.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the most surprisingly
Universal thing. The
Expect-
safest
yeah,
thing
yeah.
that we can talk about.
You would think.
Yeah,
Well-
we never even broached the subject.
You would think.
Planet Earth is generally happy right now.
I was having a pretty good day this morning, actually. I
Yeah?
was listening to some classic rock on the way down, you know.
Dude, that guy that rolled up, were you there at the park on Randy's birthday when he rolled up?
I don't think a guy.
Yeah,
rolled
this
up.
black guy. He's famous here in Austin. Jordan the Jason. He has like a Jason mask.
Oh,
You've probably seen it.
I
You've
don't
probably
think I
seen him
have. I think
bouncing
he's
around.
gone under my radar.
Anyways, he rolls up and he's like, "You should get him on the pod." But
Yeah.
he's like, "Are you guys in like a good mood lately?" And so, anyways,
Huh.
Has he been dumping shit in the water?
it's probably on drugs.
Putting
Actually, now that I
Skittles in
think
our
about it.
Oh, definitely. Whatever it takes to get in that happy headspace, right?
Yeah.
Got to get medicated.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, let's see
think
where we're
that's
at.
time.
Yeah. Sounds good.
oh wow.
I am so cold.
Really?
Yeah, dude, my insides are shaking.
This is weather change.